we'll start with the minutes from the last meeting that Rick sent around today. Any feedback? They look good to me. I didn't have anything.
I had no comments.
I move we accept them.
I'll second.
All right, it's been moved in second to accept the minutes as submitted. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Treasurer's report?
Okay, open space donations static at 389.04.
They didn't just roll in this summer, donations?
No,
No?
next
Not
summer, I'm
yet.
sure.
It's
Next
usually in the
summer.
fall.
Ryder property donation, $4,125.32. And here's some good news. The Hubbardston Preservation Trust had $299.30 in interest. So it's now at $20,360.34. So nobody's been spending that. Isn't that lovely?
That is
So because I
lovely.
know you guys will have some invoices coming in.
Yeah, we'll have some stuff.
Some of
coming
it
in,
might be
that's good.
Ryder, but there's not, so
Yeah.
there's that, and you have some invoices,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
The one I already have for 159, and then another one similar. Did we say where that was coming from? I should know, but I don't, off the top of my head. Is that coming out of, it's on Mount Jeff, right? So
It's
it
on Mount
could be
Jeff.
out of Ryder,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
Okay,
If we want it to be.
if we want it to be, but otherwise,
We
if,
have to go ask the Parks and Rec for the money.
or we could take it, no, we couldn't, depends how much it was. We have 389 in the donation, and it was 159, remember it was gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah, it was 159.
times 2 or something, you were gonna, so, do we need to work on that, but just be aware of it? Cause I
Yeah.
still have your initial invoice.
Yep.
Okay. And you guys, whenever you can get to it, because you must have, and while we're talking money, and you said this earlier, perhaps open space ought to be budgeted a certain, not a gigantic amount of money, but because we actually do things that require
Mhm.
materials annually, and starting with maintenance on the new trail. You know, and
We
when we
talked
wanna
about
order
that
crushed
earlier.
stone or whatever it is we need,
Yeah.
so that's something, when does that start to get worked on? Beginning of the year?
Yeah, that,
So the budget's
yeah,
ready
so this,
for-
I think that'll be coming up, maybe after the new year.
Right, February, somewhere in there,
Yeah.
so let's all
You
be
wanna
aware of
submit a
that.
line item.
What would be just a figure out of the top of your head, at least 2,000?
That's, the number
I was
that
gonna
jumped
say-
into my head was 2,000, but.
I said I was thinking not less than 1,000,
Well,
because you
how
don't
about
get much for that.
5K. Well,
Probably need to specify what it's gonna be used for.
Right.
well, we could make a list right now, but we don't wanna take our time, but let's be thinking
Maintenance
about it.
of the new
Trail.
$10,000 trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah, crushed stone and even fuel for the tractors and stuff. You
Yeah.
guys can't subsidize Hubbardston forever.
Mark-
I mean, it's
Mark-
lovely, but, anyway.
Mark did say today that I'm sorry, Susan,
Yeah.
that he set aside some crushed stone,
Oh,
Yeah, it's,
some surplus.
it's
Yeah.
back down near the old foundation there.
so we have something to work with.
Yeah,
But still, the
but that-
concept is.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
exactly, and
All right.
I wouldn't wait, we can do this
So
at any
Bob-
time, cause Nate's gonna be making a call to the
How long,
department heads.
how long will
with
that
budget
trail
submissions
delay?
and-
Okay.
We
so
might as well
that's-
be
Made, how
Yeah.
long?
front
will
and
that
center.
trail-
With our hands
Before
out,
we have to do
right?
some-
Yeah,
How
well,
long
you
will the
know,
trail what?
It's a good time to ask.
Hold up
about
before
Yeah.
we have to do maintenance.
With the new trail.
Oh, the new
'cause I
trail?
yeah, the
Yeah.
timing is good, the
Yes.
justification's there.
Yeah,
Plus, we can show all the things that were done this past year.
right,
I think there'll be some needed after the winter.
definitely.
Only it's brand new, and there will be some places somewhere that there'll be a little bit of settling and stuff like that.
Mm.
That's my guess. You know, you get through freezing, thawing, maybe a few torrential rains. So that's gonna cause, I know they went through with the vibrator and all that stuff, but, and then it's probably a small amount yearly, I would guess, so.
Yeah.
For this first year, Nate is clever enough that he'll check the procurement, so we should too, and find out if there's any kind of a maintenance bond or warranty period for the first whatever length of time that is. Because some of this stuff, like initial settlement and whatnot, might already be covered.
because it's expected, because that's the reality.
Covered where, as part of the contract?
Yes.
Well, we don't know, have we seen the whole
I
contract?
don't think so.
Mark would know.
I didn't-
Well, that's
I-
what I'm saying.
I mean, I've read that, the contract has been a while, but I didn't see anything about any,
Maintenance
coverage.
bond, a warranty
No.
period, I mean, a warranty is standard in most contracts that involve construction.
I didn't see anything about a warranty, but.
Hmm,
I don't know, did
that's,
you-
that's
did you see
interesting.
anything?
I'll be doing more contract reviews,
Oh,
Spe-
okay.
especially when we have some large construction coming up and some large potential maintenance on the meeting house and anything that we're
I'll
doing.
send a note to Mark, though.
Yeah, just to check. It
It's
was
a little bit different though than a trail out in the wild that's subject to weather and people using it poorly, you know?
That's, all of these things are true, but usually there's, I mean, that's what I did for a number of years, and we had a lot of, you know, road work and gravel road work and whatnot that is not much different than the trail, just less in scope, but not that much different as far as the actual
Susan, is
construction.
that gonna be FY 27?
Okay,
I'm sorry,
Is that gonna be FY 27 next year?
no, 26 is this year.
Yeah.
We're in fiscal year
26
26.
right now.
So the
Right.
budget you're talking about.
Would be 27, you're right,
Yeah.
fiscal year 27.
Hmm.
Time flies, huh, when you're having fun. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
I'm having a blast. I must be having a blast.
okay, Hubbardston Heights, we had a nice turnout, for that walk, down, Old Cross. We have 10, how many were there?
I think it was 10.
10, yeah. Including, I was surprised, why did we have such a good representation from the town office people? Is
I
it-
don't know.
Curiosity, I don't know, I mean,
It was on a weeknight. Maybe it was easier for him to get to than on a weekend.
Yeah, 'cause what were there, 3 people from that?
Yeah.
It was Nate and,
Nate,
Leanne.
Leanne and Mel.
Leanne.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. At any rate, it was good turnout. Any, let's see, I'll pick up on that, in a minute. Any thoughts on another walk?
Yes.
Yep, it's all scheduled.
Yeah, we just, this last couple of days, we're back and forth, and we're set to go at Hidden Meadow on Friday, the 5th of September at 6 PM, so another weeknight. I know it's, you know, ahead of a weekend, but that seemed to be the time to go. And I just got through checking the junctions, and they are starting to pop their blue blooms.
they're around the parking lot though, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So then we can decide, I was gonna kinda leave it up to the group then, where they wanted to go from there. We have 2 loops there that would be about the right of, you know, they're 1.5 miles, so take, you know, maybe 45 minutes, keep it all to about an hour overall.
Yeah.
I've been out there, Mark Kresge was out there about a week ago with me. He cleared the parts of the North Trail, or we cleared parts of the North Trail, and I went up to the South Trail, I'm sorry. And then I did the North Trail last night. We still have some, you know, large trees that are down, but they're down on the ground, they're safe. There's no widow makers, we took care of those. There's nothing, you know, that you need a fox hunt horse to leap over, you know, they're all nice and low. And so I think the timing will be right, and we're doing it jointly with the Land Trust, so they're gonna put out their email blast. Tim's gonna make the notification to the Barry Gazette, so it gets in the paper,
Good,
and we'll see who shows up.
excellent, that sounds great. Land Priority Group, no change, but we should see some, we'll get active on that pretty quick. Hopefully with some fingers crossed, we'll have a buyer, and all my Bolton stuff will be gone.
I got a comment on that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last night, sitting with last night, 2 nights ago. I was sitting with, what's his name, Richie.
Jim Ritchie.
Richie, and first thing he started talking about when he sat down was when he went to the, that workshop we had.
Yeah.
He said he wrote out 6 different cards that he was interested in conserving his land, and he got no
Oh,
comments from anybody
okay.
from
No
DCR.
follow-up.
And I said,
That's-
well, you talked to Bob, I know that. And he said, yeah, but
Still haven't
He
had
kinda-
much yet.
he really would like to, conserve his land somehow.
Yep.
And I said, well,
And one thing I think appropriate to that is, we haven't seen that, and it didn't look like there was linkages, so that wasn't that much of an opportunity, but, it might be just a flat out beautiful spot up there, I don't know, so we should at least take a walk and hike the land with them, so.
I did mention to him that, probably the only thing that he could do would be, get a CR on it, so have somebody get a CR on it. And the town won't have money for that CR, so it'd have to be a land trust or the DCR. And so I left him with that.
Right.
Then on the Frank Totten land, you talked to Francois about that, right?
What was that, the Frank Tatton land?
That's not the name that I remember.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is the one on, yeah,
Cruz?
Cruz, right? Is that?
The Frank Tatton land, yeah.
What's the guy's name over there? The guy that had the stroke, over there on, Old Princeton Road. Has a beautiful-
Kelton.
Kelton, the Kelton property
Yeah,
over there.
Kelton.
'Cause that's on our list. Francois was talking to one of the relatives, and the guy recovered from his stroke. But his daughter is gonna live there now. So,
Okay.
so
So
it's
that's
not,
deferred,
it's not gonna be,
basically.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't conserve it, but,
Yeah.
But that's what's happening for at least the immediate
Okay.
future
yeah.
there.
And did you start to say something about the Frank Tatton land or not?
Well, you've got it on the list here.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just curious what's going on there. I don't know if anybody's gone by there, but
Is that the one on Cruise, off of Cruise?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I don't know. Because it's gone from the property, a Frank Tatton piece of property with a house in back where the cows are. And then there was a strip that goes, that's the Frank Tatton,
Right away, it's not that wide. It's,
The
It's
land
about
trust
50
or
feet.
something?
oh, is it?
but they excavated all the way right straight through that, over to the house next door, and partway down the hill and.
Looks real messy right now.
But maybe we'll find out about that when we get back together and so. Let's see. Oh, on the Gates Foundation area, I keep having this on the, agenda. Should I keep it there and we'll get some point in time where can put some energy into it? Should I keep it as a placeholder? Any comments?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it there. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to fix that up, and I guess when we have a opportunity, to do something permanent inside, so they can really do something to help. I mean, my thoughts, if we did something, we wanna do something that makes sense. And you wanna do something to somehow inhibit growth inside, so it's not a yearly activity or something, so. But I'll keep it there, cause it would be nice to take
Yeah,
the
we-
next step on that.
You guys have done so much work on it, it'd be a shame to,
Yeah.
let it go at this point.
Oh, and just relative to safety, whoever did something a bunch of years ago and had that split rail fence over on one side, I was up there, I don't know, a month or two ago, and just happened to walk and look at that one spot. There's a sheer drop in that one spot of about 10 feet. as opposed to other spaces where it's maybe 5 or 6 feet or something like that.
So-
But it drops right straight down a good distance there, so. But the fence is still there, probably doesn't do much good, but the biggest obstruction is all the growth that's gonna keep people out of there. Mass Trails Grant, grand opening, that's the 16th?
17th.
17th?
It's a Wednesday, with the rain date the week later, in September.
So, excuse me, so invitations, there's about right now a 24-person invitation list, of people. That includes people from the land trusts, people from Mass Trails program, some people from DCR. They've got a person who's responsible for accessible areas in the state that are DCR property. And then some of the people that have been involved with Malone for the past, and Bob's aware of this, I think. I don't know if anybody else is, that Dottie Athens' daughter, who lives up in New Hampshire, I believe, or maybe Vermont.
And plans to attend.
Yeah, she's planning to
That's
attend.
kinda neat.
That's
To
very neat.
attend as well. So those invitations will be going out tomorrow, and just emails. And also the people from Grit, hopefully will be there with a chair, and the North County Land Trust people will have 2 Grit chairs they're bringing. So if anybody is, well, whether they're disabled or not, you can try them out and see how they work and everything. And see how much work it would be to get to the top, I guess. And then Katie, I spoke with Katie the other night, and she's going to put it on this town sign and also on the social media. And then I'm gonna have whoever's responsible for it, Mel, get it on the town website. So,
What's the overall scenario relative to how this is gonna get done? Who's gonna talk? It's gonna be like a little ribbon cutting and then walk the trail, or what's this gonna look like?
yep, so Mark's agreed to, he knows all the people from DCR and Mass Trails, so he's gonna introduce them. And I also think one of us ought to
Okay.
mention how much work Mark has done on it, because he was really the mastermind for this thing. So he'll introduce those people, and I don't know how long he's planning on speaking. I doubt it's very long. I don't know how long he's gonna speak.
Who, Mark?
Mark, yeah. I doubt it's very
Probably
long.
not too long.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Dottie Athens' daughter wants to say a few things.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna, there will be a ribbon.
And large scissors. I have
Large
that base
scissors.
covered
She's-
for my
she's
scissors.
Chuck and I
already-
went to something like that.
What color? What color? Green, I suppose. on
And
the-
then there'll be a staggered start, wheelchair race.
Right.
Oh, to
I
the
challenge you
Yeah.
all to a race.
Put your brakes on.
And then whoever wants to walk the trail can
Yep.
walk the trail. So it's 2 o'clock on the 17th, and as Susan said, a rain date of the following Wednesday at 2 o'clock as well, which is the 24th.
And are you up at a good stopping place?
Yes.
Cause I'm gonna fill in what you forgot. Or didn't know about, whatever.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, so, we've been bouncing the idea of the traffic. I mean, it's great to publicize it, but I almost envision that it's gonna be quite a bit of, I don't know, what's your feeling? There's been so much interest, it seems, which is great, but there's only so much parking there. Do we need to think about, you were gonna talk to the police about traffic,
Yes.
maybe?
So, yeah, in the event that.
Traffic for the event.
Yeah.
Yes, that day.
In the event we have more people than needed, I'm first gonna talk to Ryan Couture and get his input on it, and see if he'll offer having an officer there to help direct traffic. But instead of having people parking all along Malone and clogging up Malone.
That's tight, I think, isn't it?
I've talked to Claudia Provenchal, the senior center director, about how they shuttle seniors around for the various things. And she gave me the numbers for the MART, and then if we really wanted to go crazy, if they sometimes they do bus trips and stuff, so I've got those numbers. And that would be, the option would be to have people park up at Mount Jeff
Mhm.
and then be shuttled down. So that would be our way of handling that if we really expected a lot of traffic.
Yeah, but when does that decision need to be made? That's the thing.
Well,
We're not gonna know how many people are gonna
Well,
come.
right, so-
I didn't ask for RSVPs on the invitations.
Right.
we can look at what's available there
How
now,
about,
not
how
just
about
on the
opening
gravel
gate?
area,
How
but
about
for a
opening the gate and
one-time
parking the
deal
field?
on the grass if it's
Yeah.
good weather.
That's a
Well,
great idea.
That's way too easy.
What's it-
It's-
what did you
it's
say?
dry.
Open the gate and park
So
in the
it-
field.
Yeah.
Duh!
Yeah.
Is it mowed enough now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mowed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's just.
But there
let's
again,
put it on
somebody
that.
kinda would need to.
One of us can direct people.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
great.
brilliant. You're so-
Amazing, huh?
I know.
Once a year, you know, you get it.
It was that day, you know.
Something turned on.
And I just have,
Great.
I'd like to get some input.
Done.
I think if there's a lot of people and it's outside and some people don't talk very loud and you can't hear them, and if you can see someone speaking, somehow you hear better, would there be a way to have some sort of a raised platform without getting crazy, or just have people standing on a hay wagon, or am I getting way
I'll bring my soapbox.
literally?
I have a couple, well, yeah, I think,
Very funny.
You never know where he's kidding or not.
That's right.
I know. I mean, envision it, there's cars already parked in the parking lot and
Right.
down the road and in the field. And so we assume we would use that space for near the Dottie Rock that's there, near the tree that's
Mhm.
dedicated to her. So you won't be able to see people, so hopefully they will speak loudly enough. Could they stand up on a rock safely somewhere?
that was my other suggestion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's practical, we don't have to say.
They're very stable.
Yeah.
Stable, but they're not very flat on top.
Yeah.
So,
I think, I might have a megaphone.
really? Maybe we should experiment with have it, because some people might need it, some people might not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Well-
if you can see them, you hear better. That's just, you see what I mean?
I agree with you.
Yeah. And, oh,
Need to see
there's
the
more.
Hang on, while we're on that subject though, one of the things I am gonna check with Katie is,
Oh.
since she's the event person,
Does
that
the
she
town-
may have, available
Portable,
a portable battery-powered, microphone and
Taking,
amplifier.
She had one for the boat race on Saturday, I
Yeah.
know that.
Oh.
I don't know if that's her
Check to see if it
personal
works.
one or what.
Oh, no.
but
that
not
would
that.
be a
That worked,
solution.
it worked well
With a
there.
backup maybe, to
Platform
I mean, cause you
or
never know, the
something.
batteries go dead, stuff
Yeah.
happens. I
She
used to
was
do
better.
plays at my school, you have to think of everything.
It's pretty high.
Anyway, so.
We have a little platform that one of our riders in the barn uses, and it's, well, 4 steps up, so the top of it is about this high, that might be a little high.
And is
We'd
it,
have to trailer that over.
Yeah. that
And you
would-
need a railing for it.
It has railing,
Oh,
but one side.
Well, it has a railing on
One
two,
side. Well, we'll take
two or
pictures
three
and-
sides.
and-
It doesn't have one with a,
We'll
because
fit
it's used for
one
mounting a horse, so there's obviously no
Oh.
one with.
We'll think about that.
oh, okay, so
But
that's
That's
something
an
that would
option,
be,
I'll take, yeah,
okay,
you
an
guys can
option,
come by and
okay.
look at it.
And then, we're thinking for refreshment, and we're gonna use you as guinea pigs. I know, you may not, but maybe Deb could, this is trail mix. What could be
geez.
better? But if you are allergic to peanuts, it's not a good thing for you.
But this is a great idea.
And-
Even green,
Yes, and I'm thinking.
green packaging.
And it tastes good, I did sample it,
Oh.
so, but,
I didn't
and
have some yet.
on
Can
the
we have
pic.
some?
Oh, I thought we were able to eat these, aren't we?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm opening mine.
She wants everybody to try them and see if they're good enough.
I had my PT person try it. She said, "Oh, this is fine. This is delicious." Because it looks like a kid thing, but we're all kids at heart, right?
And then waters.
And water.
And waters, just with the large containers and then some sort of cup that is easily. We'll bring a trash bag, though it's going to be carry in, carry out, like it is now, right? We're not going to have to put a trash thing there. but for that day, that seems reasonable, so,
That's pretty good.
These are great,
good,
pass.
okay. Oh,
Where'd you get
let's
them?
see, here's one for Alice, I have one more left, tell her we missed it.
You did? Where'd you get them?
At
Yes.
Price Chopper, I saw
Price
it like this,
Chopper.
and then the next time they weren't on the shelf. So I called up and some lady said, oh, we have 5 left. I said, set them aside, and Mr. Rick went out and got some, I'm gonna get a few more. Because,
We have 5 left.
well, 5 bags on the
Yeah.
stuff, you know, because, anyway, oh, I'm not quite done though, so, all right, trail mix, so that passes, right? Okay, we wanna be good hosts. The ATVs, I was gonna address it, but Rick had a good idea. When Eleanor Downer and whoever does the Gardner paper, hopefully they'll be there and do a piece on this opening, I hope. If we get to them ahead of time, maybe Mr. Rick or whoever, you wanna be the one, to have them please put a little section in about, that's, after all this hard work, we really want the ATV users to be, is that their job, or, cause if we
Follow
say
the
it,
law for
it's like we're scolding
To
people.
be good citizens.
Yes, so if, or do you feel you know Eleanor well enough to give her a call? I could call
Yeah.
her and then I don't know the other person.
Yep.
But anyway.
So what's the one thing, relative to the ribbon cutting, you're thinking of?
Well, they're gonna put articles in the papers about the trail and the ribbon cutting.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask them to add a little blurb about, it's not for ATVs and we would appreciate if people.
In a positive way,
I'm gonna ask,
rather
have
than
Katie do the same
you
thing
know,
with the
so we
social
got.
media.
Also, we're gonna resurrect the open space banner, and I originally thought it would be good to have it out on Mount Jeff, so you can't miss going into Morgan, cause if you're not, you don't know the area, you can easily go by it.
Oh.
You know, but there's no place to put it there, there's the fence down at the entry where the banner could be. But on the banner, we don't have any wheelchairs or anything, so our inclusive thing. And then I thought, add it on, but then it looks like an add-on, so the banner's just gonna be what it's been, horses, hikers, whatever. But next time the banner gets redone, it would be nice to remember to include that. And can we take just a few minutes to talk about, did anybody have any reactions to Athens Way? Or did you have a chance to maybe? I didn't see it.
Reaction to what?
I was thinking the loop, Dottie Rock Loop, has
Yeah.
2 parts. And one is pretty much Dottie Rock, either trail or Dottie Rock accessible trail, right? Are we sticking with that? But the other part of it needs a name, right? There's another half loop that, and Athens Way, to me, is kind of, it goes with Dottie Rock because her last name, of course, was Athens, and when you have the word way,
Was this like the Appian Way? Was that the
could be
connection?
a way to get places, but when
The
I
way
think
to
of
do
way,
things.
it's a play on words. This is the way you are, this is how you face the world. And she has the worldview of saving land, and she had such a big impact on our little public school here. So I was thinking Athens Way, I've heard other various good ideas, but we don't have to make that decision now, but we need to be thinking about it.
Yeah, Mark wants a decision.
Oh, he does want it?
Oh, yeah, 'cause
By,
He wants to get the
well, I
sign
don't
up.
think it's gonna, the new signs aren't gonna be here.
no,
the
but he
17th.
wants it for his project to get it.
Yeah,
Is there a deadline on that?
well,
A hard deadline?
no,
Okay.
I don't think we have to decide.
He's anxious to get it done.
Of course,
Yeah, he wants to get it done.
He wants closure on this.
But I don't think we need to decide tonight.
Yeah,
And
well,
we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 trails
that need names.
besides the Dottie Rock Trail, which we might wanna tweak the name of too,
Right,
to decide on names.
but should we try to take time tonight or brainstorm or not?
Well, we went from, talking about the ribbon cutting to now we're into the trail naming.
Well, it all connects though, so.
So we're done talking about the ribbon cutting stuff, right?
Are we?
To bring that to
That's what he
closure.
was,
so
yeah,
we
that's
can
what he
move
was
to the
Well, that
next
was-
one.
Yeah.
That was a separate item on the
Yeah.
agenda, so we just
Oh,
merged. and-
okay, all right.
So, we
So,
any
what
more,
is-
any more to talk about the ribbon cutting?
Yeah, any more, what?
it might be a good idea to have the banner out at the junction of Malone Road and Mount Jeff.
But how it's,
Well,
how would we,
It's huge.
I've got,
he
I
knows,
got
he was
two
in the
extra,
trade.
what are they? Maybe they're only 6 foot, maybe they're 7 foot,
Temporarily.
return posts, fence posts. And I could probably set them off to the edge of Malone Road and
It would certainly
We
help
have
people
those-
find it.
We have those metal posts that you can drive into the ground.
Are they strong enough for that?
Yeah.
How
So-
big is the banner?
That would be, it's like from there to about here.
Does anybody else
Yeah.
want
6
water?
foot.
How high?
And it's how tall?
Does anybody else want water?
3
Fill them
feet.
up?
3 feet.
and it's got grommets in the corners. that you
Yes,
can
Yes.
it
slide.
has grommets on the top
And
and
we
the
have
bottom
lots
if
of
it's
baling
windy.
twine.
So that would be better. That's the place where people, it would be helpful to people who are not familiar.
And is
with-
it two-sided or is it just?
No,
No, just one
it's
side.
the one side and.
Because if you're coming southbound on Mount Jeff and we put the sign on the north side of the entrance, you won't really see
Well, at
it.
least it's so obvious though, I mean.
Well, that's true,
You
yeah.
know, it's
Well,
something.
But if not doing something like that, we were just gonna take one of those, Hubbardston is a, farm town signs and have,
Cover over it.
yeah.
Event.
Dotty Rock, trail ribbon cutting with an arrow.
Yeah,
pointing
those
at-
arrow things that you stick
Yeah.
into the ground.
So that's, yeah,
Maybe, Joe and his wife would let us put it on their side with an arrow going that way.
What's our objective? If it's to help people find it,
Is there a little
the
island?
larger
Yeah.
sign certainly does it.
not really,
Yeah.
it's a telephone pole.
Yeah,
It's
In
extra,
the middle.
something that needs to happen
But
though.
it's
Sure,
just
it's
a
the
pole,
fence
it's
is
a
already there,
little island
we just put
there.
it on it.
Maybe
Whatever.
enough to put the.
Because
stake in
we're
the
not gonna be
side.
meeting again, so we kinda wanna settle
Oh, you can
some.
use a
Right.
telephone
Right.
pole for
Yeah.
one part of it.
oh,
Yeah.
So do we
I-
want it at the juncture or in on the fence?
I like it at the juncture.
Me too, I'm leaning in that direction.
But, so Tim, my recollection, don't pay attention to it, even though we drive by there all the time. There's a telephone pole right in the middle, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So that could be one side, and we just block off one side for the purposes of this event.
well,
Cause it's
I'm
pavement, how are you
gonna,
gonna stick it
when I
in the
get home
ground?
tonight, I'll measure. There might be room to put one end of the banner on the telephone pole and the other end
Mhm.
straight in,
Yeah.
towards the trailhead before the two lanes
Oh.
Oh,
come
I think
together.
that-
Cause
Then
there's a
which
pretty
way?
good island there, it's
Yeah,
long.
I
I think there's
and-
enough room for that.
Yeah.
so.
Most people would probably be coming out of Hubbardston,
Yeah,
wouldn't they?
the other,
Most-
the other, my first thought was, some people, when they go from Mount Jefferson Road southbound and turn onto Malone Road, they kinda cut the corner a little bit, so
Mhm.
it's been, the tall grass and the goldenrod's been beaten down on that north side of the intersection.
And then you could really see it from both sides though, if it was there.
If it was on the telephone pole,
Oh,
you,
oh,
I think you'd see it better from both
Okay.
sides, but I'll take a look.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
sounds good.
okay. Okay, so that's in the works though. And if there's other stuff, we only have 2 weeks, kind of, right?
Great, yeah.
3? That doesn't count, okay.
Okay. The grand opening, next item related to the trail stuff. I sent around an email just relative to a Dotty Rock plaque. Jesse Bratko and I had some discussion on it. And so what I sent around was mostly her words and a couple of things that I added or whatnot. From looking at her brochure, I stole a couple of things out of that. Two scenarios here. My initial thing was to have something out on the rock out at the end of the trail, initially. Tim had a suggestion that maybe just leave the rock as is.
I'm leaning in that
and
direction too. Nap
Put,
just-
put a sign that you could put a few more words, about the whole scenario relative to this, with emphasis on, Dottie, but maybe a couple of, maybe a little bit more info, and Tim, you can clarify my babbling. About the whole scenario relative to the trail and stuff like that. But-
That was interesting, the sign, where was that sign from, the sign you showed us?
One of the other accessible trails that I visited when we were thinking about designing ours. I don't- I think it's.
Is it Connecticut, do you think?
Oh, no,
It was here.
I think it's from, just south of Greenfield.
Oh, okay, interesting. But do most people feel comfortable with the idea of leaving the rock, Dotty Rock, intact, Dotty Rock, and no signage out there?
Yeah.
Is that
I
okay
like that.
with everybody? I think that's nice. But we don't want our
What
parking
was
lot.
that, just to leave that rock alone?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the
No,
general
that's
consensus.
fine.
But we don't want our parking lot to turn into, Times Square, signs all over the place. But, I mean, we already have the.
Well, the
Girl
sign
Scout.
could be at one of the benches or near the picnic table. You sit
There,
down-
yeah,
you
sort of
sit down
integrated
and
more
read.
That's a
into
great
the
idea.
design, or where
Yeah,
the
if it
trails
was-
split. Right, I don't know.
If it was at that, the bench, right near the DCR boundary corner, that's where the two trails have come together,
Yeah.
so no matter which way you go,
You'd see it.
you'd see it there.
Hmm.
And that's right in the middle of the property, sort of, so.
That's kinda nice.
That would be a good spot.
All right, so we're thinking of a sign that captures a little bit more info, and then have it located out there. You got a place to make a sign, any thoughts on?
No, we'll have to ask somebody
Mark
where
would
they
have-
get those.
Yeah.
Mark would have some good contact.
Well, yeah, whoever made the trail map signs that you had done,
Yeah.
those are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were up in New Hampshire. Today, when we were out there at Dotty Rock, Mark did mention that he wasn't real keen on the idea of a plaque,
Okay,
just for what it's worth.
okay.
So maybe he would
Well,
like
this
the
just
sign
lines up
idea.
with what we just decided anyway, then, right?
Yeah, he said he liked the idea of the interpretive sign.
All right. So between maybe you and I and Jassy will come up with something that's a little bit more descriptive, because Jassy has a lot of history. I thought I had that on.
And then Mark's stuff is totally separate. There's two things going on here that.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
I just
Those
wanted
are-
to clarify.
Yeah, he's just doing navigation.
It'll mention CPC
I have it on
and the
some
other sources of
Just
funding.
turn the volume on.
Oh.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, I think that,
there's three signs actually, cause then there was the one with the specifications of the trail.
right.
So, we gotta sorta keep
Yeah,
our
we gotta
signs
figure that out.
organized. But there's three separate things then, one with the collecting all the sources, and then the Dotty one, and then the one that has the trail specifics on it.
Yeah,
Am I getting that right? There's three signs we're talking about,
plus the map.
plus the what? The
Map.
map, right. The new map, and the new maps, because there's nothing in the mailbox. I still have some left, so I can remember to bring a few over, but that's it then. But that's good, because they're obsolete now, so.
All right, so that, we're all set on that initially, so that just gets us going in the right direction.
Right.
So we'll have some more thing on the exact, what it's gonna look like, where it's gonna go, on the exact words. All right, that helps clarify that. How do I wanna do this? Neutral is two names. I'll combine that with the following. I'm gonna, on the next agenda item, I'm just gonna skip the Beaver Pond Trail, so sometime this fall, hopefully it'll be a good time to get down there and do that. Same thing with the Mill Pond Bridge. The Eagle Scout project, I've talked to Matty Stoddard about the blazing associated with that, and what had been sent around was a Boy Scout, Boy Scout emblem, which is now includes girls, but anyway, and naming the trail that she did that cuts off and then goes back and ends up near the table. Calling it the Scout Trail, and she liked that a lot. But the emblem, the blazing, she said the Scouts aren't allowed to utilize the emblem for things like this. But
You'd think that
she
would
did
be-
have a cute alternative. Her first venture into scouting, her platoon or whatever it's called, is that what it's called?
No.
What's it called?
It might have been a den if it was Cub Scouts or a pack,
Whatever.
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Goes den, pack, and troop.
True, that,
There we
that
go.
sounds like
That's
the word
true.
that she used. They were called the Goats, and they actually had a little patch, and she sent me a copy of it. Tim had found a place to get small plaques done, and I don't know if he found anything that could make a goat, but the goat is really cute, so we.
The goat?
Yeah.
And she's happy with it. That would
Oh,
be
That was
cool.
her
well,
That was her
she
idea.
proposed it.
Oh.
She sent
Because that was the name of
a
her
picture
first
of it.
troop.
Oh, that's cute.
The goats. Meh.
I think of Tom Brady, but whatever. Did you see the statue?
I didn't,
It's like, really?
it flew through my
Mm.
feed, so I'm aware of it, but
Yeah.
I didn't look
Oh,
at
my
it.
goodness.
Is it bad?
No, but it's just
I should have
It's
made a
just
copy of it.
too much, sort of. Though I think he's a great player and all that.
The things we idolize.
What?
The things we idolize. Or not.
Off of Tom Brady's statue?
Yeah. Yeah, it was, and he's holding the helmet way down here and he's just, but you know.
There you go, Stephanie, you can pass that around.
And his head's too small.
This is what Maddie had said.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's adorable.
He
Is it
looks-
okay if I
he
send
looks
this?
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, don't mess with me, sorta. I like
Might be
that.
a she. It's non-gender.
It might
Wow,
have,
that's
might
a
have to be
lot of
black and
detail.
white, I realized tonight.
Yeah, that's a lot of detail.
What was that?
It might have to be black and white, like a silhouette.
Yeah. That's a lot of detail.
Or they might just have a different goat.
Well, I'm thinking that they may not be able to do different colors.
Yeah.
And then those are individually nailed into, or how are
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, that concept would be the same thing, so it'd be, I don't know, what was it, the
Three.
stall like this, the skull is a regular orientation, although that doesn't make much difference whether you put it
Yeah,
up this way or this
it'd
way.
be, usually they're diamond shaped, so you've got some, space at the top and the bottom to put two nails in it.
And who does that?
Well, I hope Maddie's gonna recruit some scouts to do that, but I don't know.
I do have some suggestions about marking the trail. And there's a little bit of art to it and a little technique. And so somebody that's unfamiliar with it shouldn't just go out and start marking, just randomly. Well, the trail goes here. Well, it's which trees, how far is the distance, left or right, looking at it from both directions, what's the spacing? Because we talked about the spacing. Somebody, and I winged it, but, I know what we use on some of the land trust trails.
Yeah,
And then what's the height? Because
Hmm.
now we're on an accessible trail, so is the height different because
Well,
somebody's
Stoddard's
lower than
Trail,
ground?
well, are we talking the same trail?
Yeah,
the
Well,
scout trail.
Yeah, the Scout Trail.
yep.
It's gonna
It-
be surface. to
It
be
will have a
accessible.
surface similar to that, and,
Oh, okay, I didn't,
yeah, it's not gonna be just a natural thing, so it will have a trail a surface similar to that, so.
well, usually you set it based on the snow load and average eye height, But,
Yeah,
I don't
that'd be
think,
fine for somebody in a wheelchair.
Oh, I don't know, I never asked anybody in a wheelchair, might be good to ask.
It might be very good to ask. These are the kind of points, you know, we're targeting a certain group.
We have never been.
And, guess, yeah, I was thinking, the goat being the emblem, it's called the Scout Trail, but you got a picture of a goat, but, yeah, I guess, not calling it the Goat Trail, calling it the Scout Trail is probably appropriate. And then just thinking of other blazing, we have a trail name, but then we have colors, so I guess whether you have color or a goat emblem, that's the difference, so. All right, so we'll follow up with that, and, were you gonna try and get, whether somebody could do this?
Yeah.
And about how much it would cost for those and stuff?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right, let's go back to Susan's trail naming. And you're right, there's more on
Did you
here.
say 4? We need 4 new names? Or-
Well, 3 or 4. I'm looking at the map that Mark sent out a few weeks ago. From the parking lot, if you go kind of straight ahead, that's the Dottie Rock Trail. Right after that trail starts, you can go to the right and
Mhm.
follow the edge of the field that's still being mowed for hay. And that gets to the round picnic table, takes a left, and then reconnects with Dottie Rock Trail. So that's one trail, not sure what the name of it is. If you don't take a left at the picnic table, you can keep going on the old trail.
That'll be these, oh, go ahead, yep.
Yep, and that trail forks, and the left-hand fork will be the Scout Trail, got that one down. But you can keep going, and you go down and then back up and reconnect with the Dottie Rock Trail at the DCR monument, where the bench is.
And that's basically the old Dottie Rock Trail,
Yeah.
Mhm.
because old Dottie Rock Trail went along the field
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
and then down into the woods there.
yep.
Is that
Okay.
the one you were suggesting named Athens Way?
Well, I wasn't sure, because I haven't been over there. I've had other things to worry about, but, I don't know. But there's 2 parts to the Dottie Rock Trail. A separate, smaller, shorter loop, right? And then the longer one. Am I getting that
No.
right?
The Dottie Rock Trail just starts at the parking lot, winds its
It goes
way
all the
around,
way
goes
out.
all the way out to the rock,
Okay.
right?
But then what's the shorter loop?
Well, that's the question.
Yeah.
Mark called it the hayfield loop on there.
That's the one that needs, because this is the Dottie Rock, right?
That's the new one.
It's
Yeah.
going to be, yes.
So maybe,
So if you start and Dottie Rock will just go right along the edge of the small field, right?
that's
Right.
this.
The Dottie Rock
The,
Trail.
the abandoned field.
The abandoned field, yeah, the
Yep.
one we brush hog now.
Yep,
And then it just goes all the way right straight out to the rock.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the Dottie Rock Trail.
That's,
And then, so very shortly after you start, which Tim was saying, you have a intersection, so you can take a right and head over to the hayfield, go
Mhm.
along the hayfield, and then take a left and go back to the Dottie Rock Trail.
so is
So
that
that one needs a name, right?
Athens Way?
yeah.
Or something like that, because that is the short way of doing this.
No,
Right.
it's not a short way of doing it, just an alternate.
Alternate, okay.
Yep,
Yeah, so we need a name for that. And we have the Scout Trail.
yep.
And
where-
what's the 4th one?
where Athens Way turns left at the picnic table,
Along the
There's still-
stone wall,
yeah,
okay.
there's still a trail that goes straight ahead along the rest of
That's
that
right.
field, down into the woods.
Yeah.
That's the Scout Trail.
No.
Before you get to the Scout Trail.
You go
It's-
past the Scout Trail and you just keep
It's where,
going.
it's,
When we used to do when we do a loop over the old Dottie Rock Trail, go up there and then you go down the other
Oh,
side
okay.
and skirt along the DCR land there.
What was that trail called before?
Well, that was the Dottie Rock
Okay,
Trail,
that's
but it
what
was
I-
too steep. We couldn't use
Yeah.
it for the accessible
Right.
trail.
Okay, so we have a number, so you go down at the bench, you take a left and you go back to the Dottie Rock Trail. That's the one that's gonna be the Athens Trail tentatively, right?
Yes,
All right.
and
then-
that's already gravel. That's an accessible
Yes.
trail.
The way the Scout Trail connects in, you take that same left in front of the picnic table, and then within a few feet, you take a right to get back out onto the field.
Well, I don't. I just go straight at the picnic table.
But what we cut, cause that was gonna be awkward, cause it was gonna be like going right within a few feet of the picnic table. So what we cut on that, day when we were cutting the trail,
Yeah, I know what
You
mean.
left
that
more
little-
space.
That little cutoff to leave that, and it will intersect the Athens Way Trail, on the Dottie Rock side,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so you
No.
wanna call it the Scout Trail from the picnic table out into the field,
Yep,
along the edge of the field,
Yeah.
back, and just into the woods a little ways, and then you take a left and go on the trail that she cleared.
Yep, yep, Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's cause that was part of her project, getting people to help cut, which they were doing, trimming that whole loop. So the Scout Trail, which that just passed where the, picnic table is, come up to the field and loop back down around, and then back over to Dottie Rock Trail.
okay. So we still have from where the Scout Trail makes a left in the woods after you leave the
Yep.
field.
And there's a
Down-
trail that
down the
goes
hill
straight ahead,
and
the
back
old
up.
trail,
The old trail.
yep.
That
Needs a name, and the other trail that Mark wanted to name is easiest to describe. If you're at Dottie Rock, you can, and you're looking at Mount Wachusett, to the left, there's a trail that follows the ridge for a ways,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
curves to the left and eventually ties back
Yeah,
into.
so you
Right.
go down
That's
Dottie-
not named yet, or?
Well-
No, it's,
No, Mark wanted to call that the North Ridge Loop.
Yeah.
Cause it's on the North Ridge.
That works.
And it's a loop.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it when things make sense. It makes my brain feel
Did he
good.
have a suggestion for that other trail that we're still trying to think of?
I think it says Trail A.
Yeah, he didn't have.
Trail A, yes, Trail A. We could call that the South Dip Loop.
Or you can just take a color, the blue trail, the red trail, the green.
Well, if they have names, they should all have names, don't you think? A little uniform.
Not necessarily, if you're forcing it and there's not like a North Ridge loop,
How about
that.
the-
That
is-
makes
but
sense.
How about the Dying Beach Trail?
Yeah, that's sad, but that's what, we'd have to change it once
There's
they're all dead.
actually
The
Or
dead beach
nematode.
trail.
Is it
There are-
nematodes?
the Nematode Trail.
Cause they're making a trail, you know.
I'm trying to think, right along Dottie Rock Trail, there's a couple of new chestnut sprouts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember, there might be some on this trail that still needs a name.
I'm trying to think of where I saw the chestnuts today.
Well, we could hold
They're
off
all over
on
the
naming that
place.
one, but say, agree to naming the other ones.
Yeah,
And
So
then
the-
just think about that
The
one.
one that needs a new name, I'm not looking at that map, is
Yeah.
the one,
the
so.
green one on there.
It's the green one.
there you go, Mike, we can call it the green trail.
Right?
Well, sometimes
Not
it's
the
nice
big
'cause
one,
on the
it's
map-
down around. Yeah.
It's green on
Yeah.
the
Yeah, the one.
labeling, you know, it makes it simple, and you can always change it in the future. It's
So if
not
you do the
like-
maps in color.
So that's the one that goes straight ahead past the Scout Trail, down the woods, and then goes back over to Dottie Rock
Yep.
again.
Yeah.
Yep.
goes by any other
What do
names.
you got a headache, Tim, or are you trying to think of a name?
No, I'm trying to picture that trail. I mean, what stands out about that trail is it's rocky.
And a lot of roots,
Rocky Rudy Trail.
Rocky Road Trail.
and Black Diamond.
That's fun, that's fun, skiers would get that.
Oh, we're right back to the color again.
There we go.
Move this around, black.
Well, we can always think about it.
Rockin' Beach Trail.
Rock and roll.
Rockin' Beach? Is that what
Rock
you-
and Beach
Oh,
Trail.
rock, I thought it was rock and roll. Rockin' Beach, beach and rock.
Just wanna call it the beach trail?
No, cause they're dying.
Hopefully some survive.
I don't think we should craft a name for it. Somebody might come up with something.
Well, we got names for all the others, right?
Yeah.
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 And although this isn't pressing, to get the graphics done for a sign, we need to decide so Mark can proceed.
Yeah, and get it closure on this to
Mhm.
finish it, it's hard to. Come on, let the spirit,
Yeah.
a light drizzle, we don't need a brainstorm, we just need a light drizzle here. Come on.
Okay, so,
Well, we've had the light drizzle and even more, we've had a lot of ideas and whatnot.
I think something should be named after Mark.
Somehow, but cryptically, cause I don't think, Mark, if you're gonna see this video,
We
which you
talked
may,
about that earlier, we were gonna
Yeah,
Yeah.
defer till after.
should somebody just out and out ask him?
Well, now you have.
I guess I was that somebody, but.
You know,
You
it's,
can
on
tell
his
him.
email, how he has the MK,
I'm sorry, what?
on his
Hmm.
email, how he has the MK.
MK.
the MK
Oh,
Trail?
right, on his email and whatever.
Yeah.
And people will say, I wonder what MK is for.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it's a diamond
That would
shape.
work.
And it's cryptic, but it's appropriate, sort of. It's not even that hard to figure out. But maybe we
Well,
should check
did-
with,
Was that part of the, must have been part of the cross-country ski loop he would, do with his,
Yeah.
it's a neat logo.
I never
It
skied that
works.
trail. Was that a section that kind
That's-
of dipped down and was kind of like a
That's
fun-
another name, is the ski trail.
Now that we don't have the
Skis
groomer,
trail.
so,
We don't?
no,
Mark ski
he
trail.
sold it last year,
Oh, we did.
yeah. Somebody up in Vermont or somewhere is using it.
It has snow.
Or Kresge's Way. We have Athens Way and Kresge's Way.
They're not quite equivalent though.
MK's walk. MK ski trail.
Just MK and a diamond.
Well, people would know that. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we're getting close to something.
What's his dog's name?
Ruby.
Ruby.
Hey, that's an idea.
Ruby Ridge.
Oh, jeez.
Ruby.
After his dog?
Yeah, that beautiful dog.
It's a good idea.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
that links to Mark, and,
Ruby is still with us, right?
still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause
Yeah.
he lost his other dog like a year or so ago, 2 years.
Is that a color?
Yes, we're back to the color again.
Oh.
What do you think,
Don't-
can we
don't
table
make
it for the
it fun.
moment and get ideas, or what?
Yeah.
All right, so we've had a
Gaze
few,
Ruby.
so
We
got-
have 80% done, if that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah, 90%. Oh, well, the other thing is,
Kresge's Way.
That's okay.
the Dottie Rock Trail, do we wanna add the word accessible?
I thought Mark had
I'd
come up
rather
with.
not.
You'd rather not?
Doesn't it speak for itself?
Yeah.
But- Or does it?
No,
How-
I
how
think
do
it
you-
does.
Well, how do you know it's
Where-
an accessible trail if we?
Right.
Just right at the entrance to it, isn't there gonna be something?
Yeah, but it doesn't, you don't know that it's going on.
What about doing that graphically then somehow? Dottie Rock Trail,
How
but
do you
then.
know at the beginning it's an accessible trail?
Yeah.
It's just gravel.
And
Yeah.
then, it-
Mhm.
online, when they list accessible trails, that must,
Is there
Oh,
a,
yeah,
there's
but
a
that
symbol for
doesn't
that,
work,
wouldn't
yeah.
that work? Is there a universal symbol for the accessible trail that could be used, Dottie Rock Trail
Yeah,
and
that's
then
a
that
good
symbol?
question.
seemed like
Little
We could
wheelchair.
ask that
wheelchair
That
or
works with
something
ECR.
like that.
Well, the state uses
Well-
the term accessible when it's talking about, all access trails or whatever you wanna call them. That's the word they use, but.
But is there a
Well, I mean,
symbol
we could-
associated with
I
it?
don't know.
We could ask her if she thinks it should be called Dotty Rock Trail or Dotty Rock Accessible Trail. If she thinks that would make a difference. The woman that works for the state.
ADA accessible trail, logo, symbol.
Massachusetts. Or
ADA accessible trail, logo, symbol. There it is.
what is it?
Depicts a person in a wheelchair, the international symbol of access.
There we go. Is that a solution, guys, without adding another word?
You could, yeah, and you could have, it say Dotty Rock Trail and then the symbol
Below
after.
it or something.
Or below it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
yeah.
And the storm passes and we have peace. Yes.
The light comes down from the heavens and the angels sing.
Oh.
Was that coming down from AI?
Wait a
I
second.
like that.
Oh,
No.
this has got even more. What do you
Yeah.
have?
It has a,
Is that the one you have?
No, I just had the description.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
There's
that
also
has, that has a regular hiker and a wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's good.
this is it,
Can
so,
you pass that around?
yeah. Isn't that,
There's a couple of them there, you can flip left, right.
which one do we like the best? Let's decide tonight.
Yeah,
So
Mike,
we
you're
did
up.
the work for the town.
Pass that
Is he
down.
coming?
How many are in there?
Well, he's on the
3?
invite.
2 or
He's on
3?
the invite.
I'm
Is that
I'm
coming
gonna,
back?
I'm
Be nice to-
searching that now.
He's a nice guy. I was over there when they were, when he
What
was
are the
putting
other
his equipment
choices too?
on.
Oh.
Ask him how much he wanted
I think
Yeah.
that that's
for the dumpster with.
better.
With the. rake on the
Obstacles,
front.
none, just
Yeah.
shows a foot. I got-
So there are 2. Here's the,
Hit the right-hand arrow there, see if you get another.
no.
No? Okay. you
So
just
there's
do-
that one, there's the brown,
Yeah.
that has just, no, it has accessible trail, nice and big, and it's more of a rectangle shape. And then it's a similar here, but the arrows are going both ways, so that's confusing.
Yeah.
Well, just
Right.
saying on that sign.
Well, really, all we have to
Right.
do, we don't have to say
the
accessible trail, we just have to have
Sign,
the sign,
the
right,
symbol, which is a hiker with a backpack in this case, and the wheelchair person
Wheelchair.
also. The wheelchair person does, this one's more simple though, I don't know if,
Yeah.
isn't this stronger than
Yeah, I
that
like
one?
it.
Yes,
Okay, so,
Cleaner.
but we don't
Mhm.
need the words, we just need the symbol?
For the.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, did we all agree on that, yeah?
Sure.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So-
Oh,
so-
consensus.
So Susan, what did the blind people do?
They, they bring their dogs with them, I don't know.
Oh,
They
okay.
push
Can
the
dogs
button.
read
and-
Well, you think about
We,
that.
you know, my sister and I went down to, where did I visit off of 140 with Heather? It's an Audubon
Audubon
place.
place, yeah.
But, you know, we don't have any Braille thing, but we have it on our minds.
I was being a little facetious.
No.
All right, then let's
because-
get back to this,
Okay.
so we got some names.
Yep.
Now, what are these signs gonna look like and how are those gonna get done?
Which signs?
Oh, we got names, I would think we're gonna come up with signs, no?
Was that something he wanted to do, or?
He probably has
He just wants
a
these for the
concept, he
map.
just needs the name,
I think,
Yes.
I think he wants to do one for the Dotty Rock Trail
Yeah.
symbol as part of the project. Cause he's got the money to do it.
Okay,
then
And
we'll-
these others
And then we
at
can
the
talk
same
about
time.
it at our next meeting, what we're gonna do about signs.
so we can mimic that at least for the other
And he may
ones.
wanna do the Athens Way one too, cause it's accessible, right?
Mhm.
That's what I was thinking,
Yeah,
because.
so those 2 signs he
Okay,
probably
yeah.
wants to do. And then the Northridge Loop, you may wanna ask him, as long as he's at it, does he wanna get them all done?
Yeah, that
Well,
would
how
make
about
sense.
them all? I mean,
That's-
That's
yeah,
3 out of 5,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then,
You wanna talk to him about that?
Sure.
Okay.
and then an overall sign at whatever junctures it makes sense. You have to redo the whole sign so we can encompass other trails.
He is gonna do that as part of the project.
Okay, and that's good, hopefully there's
He's
enough
always 100
left
feet
over.
ahead, so, yeah.
All right, so we're in
For
pretty good
maybe
shape on
1,000.
that. All right, that sounds great.
Neat.
Yeah, I was noticing yesterday that you can't see Mount Wachusett from the end of the accessible trail.
You can now,
Oh, you can?
You can.
as of about 11 o'clock this morning, probably by 10,
Oh, very good.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, by 10.
Some
I left at
beavers came
10:30.
up from below and they just gnawed
Uh-huh.
away
They
and boom,
did.
the trees went down.
Great.
They
No,
were equipped
it
with
was-
chainsaws.
Tim and Mark were having a contest.
Oh, okay.
Who could,
Fell them
Fell 'em.
faster.
Fell it the
Fell 'em
farthest
straight.
down over the cliff.
Gravity helped, right?
Yes.
but they had to
Sometimes.
direct.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of fun.
The ones
wasn't
over the
it?
cliff done, the ones that,
Yeah.
yeah, you
'cause
get
Bert
those?
did- they did
Well,
that today.
Mark had Walker, the contractor, do some of them.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
The most challenging ones he did.
yeah.
There's
Hang
one
on.
more beach down there that
Hang on, I got pics.
a little bit in the way.
And there's a maple that's been topped. You know, if you're gonna go down to that beach, there's 2 other trees, and they're smaller.
Get 'em
They're
now.
only gonna grow, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd never cut a tree if I could help it, but, you know, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go down there, if you're gonna haul the gear up there, if you're gonna go over the edge, get as
Well, they
much
made a
as you
sheet out
can.
of it?
Yeah, so one of the trees they took down, Mark carved a seed out of.
Oh, that's so cute.
So you can just flip through there, please.
Send that around.
You know, which, I don't know.
Oh,
Come on.
it's something.
Yeah, there we go. So it got flip right.
Looking at that one.
Well, we have a pause here, since we're
Yeah,
doing
it's
so
not-
well trail naming, we have 2 others to name. And that's the short one that cuts over from
Yeah,
the
those-
old
those
behind
are
the
not good.
chimney.
There's what
over
it looks
Gates
like.
Hill, that little cutoff trail, and then the new trail that goes
I'll take an opening.
off of behind the chimney, loops all around, and ends up on, what will be
Tim saw it.
Which way? Oh.
Canesto
You saw
Brook.
it.
Canesto Brook, we need to
No, it flipped
extend
into
the trail
the
length
start.
there.
Where's the star?
So we have
Oops,
those 2
that's
trails.
the.
That's the one I saw.
Oh.
You don't wanna pass that around.
Let's delete that right. I'm serious. Okay, here we go. Am I doing this right?
No.
Being recorded too.
Yes.
Well, Bob,
Okay.
I just had a thought for the one that connects behind the chimney with Gates.
Yeah.
I can't,
What
let's
about
see.
the Headwaters Trail?
Headwaters?
Headwaters, cause you know, it follows along that
Just flip right
little
and you can see some of the
stream
pictures.
That, on the right-hand side where it
Yeah.
drops down into that
Yeah.
gorge?
Is it so short that it could just be called Connector Trail?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a long name for not
Mhm.
not much color to that.
It's just a connector.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it
Call it
is.
Connector Trail?
Why
Well,
not?
we already have one that's almost identical as, and that's Link, but Link's already gone, and that just links the,
Yeah.
and it does what it is, so this be,
This-
could
you
call it
talking the
Link 2 or
shortcut trail?
Connector.
Yeah.
How about Little Link?
I like that.
Link and
Headwaters.
Little Link.
Little Link,
Link and
Yeah.
Little Link.
Little Link.
We're getting
Which,
movie
which,
here, people.
which connector is this?
The
This
shortcut
is
trail.
the one that just goes from behind the chimney
To the,
over to Gates Hill Trail.
Oh, yeah.
And it parallels
What do you call
an
it?
intermittent stream
right.
that
Yep.
is, I mean, if you walk it, you go from where there's no water in it, some times of the year,
Yeah.
to the other end of it where there's
Right.
running water, so.
I
You
used
call
the
it
tree.
headwater, I like the headwater.
We could call
And then
it,
eventually we could put even the headwaters to what?
Yeah,
we could call it the
And have a
unofficial
little
trail,
storage to it.
cause that's what we do.
Do we even
Well,
have
it's
to
been
name
approved now.
What's that?
that shorter trail?
The Link has a name.
Well, how long's the link by comparison?
Link's probably half a mile.
That's substantial,
I
but
like
we're
it.
talking
Yeah,
I
but
like
hundreds
that.
of feet.
But how would you
or-
describe it?
It's a connector.
Well,
Well, cause
yeah.
like, I
That's-
tell people to take that trail and I just, when I'm describing to them where they're going on their ride, and you're gonna take that trail, if it had a name, it would be helpful
Yes.
Yeah.
for them to identify, for me.
Especially once it's
describe
on the
it.
maps.
All right, so we have two candidates.
Yeah, that's true, that too.
We have two candidates, Headwater or Connector Trail. Any preference here?
Headwater's pretty long. I heard that somebody didn't like Connector because it was long. But Headwater's is longer than Connector.
I like connector, cause that's what it does.
Would you say, Susan?
I just like connector, cause that's what it does, and the link trail links. But Headwater, why was that
The shortcut trail, because
appropriate?
it's a shortcut.
Because you can start
They're
at
both the same way.
Gates Hill Trail.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
and
counting the
to
All
your-
legs,
along
yeah.
the-
Look to your
But
left, and
which
there's
was
no
longer.
water in the little.
but eventually there's
There's a
water.
space
channel,
between
but by the
Headwater?
time you get down to Gates Hill Trail,
Or is there one
there's
word?
water there, and as
Oh,
soon as you
one
turn
word,
onto
one
Gates
word.
Hill, you gotta go across the bridge over the stream.
Right,
So it's the one we used to
My
cut
head.
across with the horses, it was,
mushy, awful.
no, it
Well,
really wasn't awful.
What
We
is it
did
that
that bridge
Headwater
a long
too?
time ago.
No, that's not what we're talking
Well, it's one of the headwaters of the Connecticut, right?
Okay, yeah.
From where that trail joins behind the chimney trail, if you turn on the behind the chimney trail, right away, you have to go over a bridge over that stream, cause at that point,
It's water.
there's
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
And if you were to follow that stream downward, it,
It's one shorter.
it crosses
Oh, you
the
pluralized
old,
it.
behind the chimney trail.
Oh,
Yep.
that's what I
And
heard.
then that eventually flows down, crosses, Canesto Brook Trail
Yep.
and flows into the Canesto.
Yep.
But it, I mean, there must be a half a dozen streams like that that are all tributaries to the Canesto.
Yeah.
But we don't have trails, well, Old Mill Trail has a lot of exposure to, water.
Yeah.
It flows that way. But it's just kinda neat because it shows the headwater, it shows where the stream starts.
How about this, no name trail?
Yeah,
Call it the
That's
no
what it
name
has.
That's
trail,
shorter.
because it doesn't have a name, it's not that significant, it just is there, and it
What's-
connects. And what hieroglyphics are you dealing with over there?
It's gonna be a wooden sign,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
like
no
the
name
ones
trail.
that, Hunter made?
I guess that would be ideal.
I have a leftover sign from
The signs we have,
the signs we had.
but,
Maybe I even have two of them,
right,
but they're all carved with a name in them right now, so
turn,
I have to.
Just as far as, the length of the trail name, I would have to point out that it's shorter than behind the chimney trail.
Yes.
And
It really is.
just one letter longer than Gates Hill Trail.
What, Headwater?
Yes.
he
Tim-
seems to
Tim's-
really like that.
I like
You seem to
Headwater.
like-
Headwater.
I like
Take
the
a
water
vote.
thing.
Take
I
a
like
vote.
I like the Headwater.
All
I like
right.
water, so
Yeah,
that's.
I don't dislike it, but I'm gonna abstain, that's okay.
Thank you.
Why abstain? That's no vote.
So-
It adds, it adds a little mystique, cause sometimes a year, people are gonna go out there, especially if they're turning onto it from
And they see the
Gates-
water.
And they're gonna look
Gates
for
Hill
water.
Trail, and it's gonna say, what water? By the
That's
time
my-
they get down to behind the chimney trail, there's gonna be a bridge there,
Oh,
So it's-
okay. Everybody's good with that then, right?
Unless they come from
Okay,
the other direction.
so
we
we're
gotta
all
see
set
the
on that
parks.
one. How about the
Okay.
long trail?
The long
let's see, I
trail.
just saw this.
Where's the ones?
Is this the one that you and Tim and Steph did?
Yeah.
The Hemlock Trail, no, I don't know what defining, Items in
There's some
there.
beautiful white
Oh.
pine hemlock groves along that trail.
There's a
the
lot of.
Evergreen Trail,
Yeah, yeah.
The what? trail?
Evergreen, the Conifer Trail, if we
There's a lot of,
need to shorten it a little bit.
Straight maple on that trail. This is the first time I had heard, when Steph and I were out there working, and I had heard that moose like it, but, on Laurel is tons of that stuff, and I've never seen any evidence of moose doing anything with a striped maple tree. But when we were out there in the spring working, the moose were after those trees.
Really?
What if we just call
Munching
it the
them?
Moose Trail?
Let's call it the Moose Trail.
That's fun.
There
Moose
was,
tracks.
the last time I
Moose
walked it,
tracks.
there was evidence of moose
Yeah.
on the trail.
Moose tracks.
Moose track.
Ice cream.
Serious.
Moose tracks. No?
Or moose
Yeah.
track.
Moose track.
Moose track trail.
Moose track trail.
Oh, well, it's in
It's-
Australia, track is a trail, so
Right.
it would be
Moose
moose
Right.
trail or
Oh,
moose
Moose
track.
track. We're not in Australia.
Right.
Or moose scat.
And
Moose-
in ice,
Oh!
yeah, in ice cream, it's moose tracks. And everybody's familiar with that.
I think we've got
And it's
it.
green.
Moose track?
Why not?
Moose,
Yeah.
moose track trail?
Oh,
Just
Moose track
moose
trail,
trail.
it has a ring to it.
What does?
Moose track trail.
Moose.
Well, we're just talking about saying moose, Kim's saying, just call it Moose track.
Okay.
Well, no, we're not in Australia,
That means
so
trail.
that's okay.
Okay.
So it's one less
Everybody
thing.
like that?
I kinda like the sound of moose track trail.
Good, done.
Okay.
Done.
All right.
Holy mackerel, we named 6 or 7 trails.
Wait, did everybody vote yeah? Did everybody agree on that?
That one's fun.
Nobody
Yeah.
was against it, so.
All right. You guys, done. Sand pit overlays. We had the public forum the other night. That was pretty well attended, and the last half hour, 40 minutes were probably the best part of it.
Yeah.
Any discussion on, I'll maybe head this off, I don't think we need to talk too long about it, but there were several times during that meeting that Tim brought up that housing and other kinds of development cost money to the town and don't make money to the town. But that seemed to fall on deaf ears, cause I would hear right behind it that we need revenue, and the implication was we need to get housing and development, bring in revenue, cause they seem to
Yeah.
ignore Tim's comments. But that was my take, and it's like, did anybody listen to that? You know, nobody argued with it, but they just seem to ignore it. So I don't know what's happening there, but any other
Yeah.
comments?
Yes, Tom,
Radco.
Bradco.
no,
Robinson.
thank you. He brought up the point of how solar is,
Yeah.
it pays you and has very little impact. There's a lot of area already cleared. That, what do you have to do for solar? You've gotta clear it. So, it's low impact, it's got a benefit.
Yeah, no traffic.
Right, no, yeah,
No-
that's.
No
that-
noise, no
No
light.
noise, no traffic, you know, it's one time during construction basically, and then you're done with it.
And you really can't see it.
You can't see it.
From, if the neighbors
That-
can't see it.
That's right, and it's already cleared area.
As long as you're not cutting down
And-
trees
and
to
they-
do it, right?
But the trees are already cut.
That's what I'm
It's-
saying.
Yeah, it's a
Because
sand
didn't we
pit,
do an
gravel pit.
ordinance that you couldn't do that if you had to cut trees in Hubbardston? Am I making that up?
There's a limit, somewhat,
No, but that's.
there are
the-
some limits
Yeah.
to what you.
So that seems to be a really good alternative for use over there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the guy who owns it needs to think about that.
Well, at any rate, it's a thought that that could come from our organization, from the Open Space Committee. I'll have one other thing. Steph brought up something. My ex Paula lives down in a place called the Village at Duxbury, so it's a senior living facility, and it's a concentrated structure, so it's like individual units, but each one is a small unit. It would probably bring in a moderate amount of revenue. The people that live there aren't constantly going in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And it would bring in jobs, there's a lot of services, so it'd be
Oh, yeah.
a lot, there'd be
Mhm.
a lot of opportunities
Not a lot of
for people to work there.
school-aged children.
There's-
Right, is this a
There's-
senior
Senior,
then?
yeah.
Senior
Yeah.
housing?
Mhm.
And Alice has been talking about that for years.
Yeah, and from what I can see, there's not much like it around there. So the type of thing that they have in this particular one is assisted living and independent living. But almost none of them have their own vehicles, you know, they have a parking
Right.
lot there and,
Right.
cause those facilities like this, they provide transportation. You know, in this
Mm.
case, it would be to Gardner, to your doctor, to the pharmacy, to the shopping
I
center.
hate to say, but it's real close
all
to
the way.
urgent care in the hospital. I mean, that's just part of that.
So it-
Urgent care's right down the
Right.
road,
It's-
Walmart.
It's not a burden on
Right.
the police.
The school.
They have their
School
own
system.
medical facility, that's part of the scenario there, there's already
A little
physicians.
infirmary,
Huh?
a little infirmary
There's
there,
a little, they
clinic.
have a little general store where you can get stuff like that. yeah.
That and the solar, it's what, 600 acres, right?
Mhm.
And so that would be a low
do you
impact
think?
thing relative to
It's great.
town services, but would bring in a substantial amount of money.
And provides jobs.
Probably more money than a solar field.
Yeah,
Well, but it could be both, they're not mutually exclusive.
and it would bring in jobs for town
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, and guess what, there's more and more seniors
That
as
came
we
up with
all
that
get a
one.
little older, right?
Oh,
Yes.
So,
Should we write a letter
Everybody on the
to
committee.
Nate or somebody?
Well,
Yeah,
so the next step in this is the niche people, are gonna be preparing a report based on public input, their research, et cetera, and give a whole range of what possibilities are, and what can't be done there. And from there, it gets submitted to the select board and the planning board. So the letter should go to the select board and the planning board. That letter is gonna, the report is gonna go out around September 9th, or a little after September 9th.
Which is soon.
So that would be,
Yeah, cause they just.
writing a letter to niche is not gonna.
Yeah, I'll add one other thing on this type of facility, like, this place, Village of Duxbury, they've got a little trail system that leads off of that, so just relative to, blending in,
Conservation.
some of the, open space trail type characteristics, that would blend in well with this, type of facility.
Well, the fact that they call it a
I
village
guess it
makes it
wouldn't hurt
friendly.
to send something to niche, to Allison.
Yeah, if you're gonna send, bring
I mean,
some
if you
on,
wanna
send
do
it
it
to
from,
both.
Jerry, you're gonna take care of that.
Either one. Why don't you describe it and I can send it to her,
Okay.
or bring it up at the,
Yeah.
the next meeting is September 9th. and
Yeah,
I'll be-
cause I could even incorporate in that, I got pictures of what this stuff looks like and the layout of it. This particular place
Mhm.
and this here could replicate that.
The
It's a-
model.
It's a really interesting structure. Cause every single unit has outside window access, a lot of them have like a little porch and some not communicating, but
They've
it's
thought
done
it's-
right.
How
It's
long has it
nice.
been there? Do we know? I
Yeah,
mean,
what, how
is it-
long has it been there?
yeah, is it new?
Actually, well, this particular one is, I don't know the name of the umbrella company, but there's like 4 or 5. And it might be ideal for this particular area, cause a lot of them are really, really expensive to get into those kind of things. The financial model of this is, you buy a unit, and then you pay like a condominium fee or an association fee. And the association fee is like $3,000 a month, which isn't that bad. And then you buy your unit, and then when you're done, either die, move,
When you're
whatever.
done.
Well, those are the options.
Yeah.
Sometimes they move in with a relative or something, but a lot of the elderly people, they just like it and they just pass away there. But or they move into a facility that's, the next level of care.
Next level of care.
Yeah,
Did you say 3,000 a month?
yeah. That's not much. I mean, I tried to price, I've been pricing these things and stuff like that.
And it's.
When you sell it So you buy the unit,
Right.
and when you sell it, you get 80% of the money back. So all of that money that you spent on that, you get the vast majority
When
of
you-
it back.
When it turns
So
hands.
the net result, most of these things that I looked at relative to that kind of living were $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month.
So that's why it makes 3
And
look
so
small.
this almost ends
You
up,
took me
at
off
any
guard.
rate, I don't wanna get into a sales
Yeah.
person, but this would be nice to talk to that parent company, because it's a really nice model to follow. And the, Apollo's on a waiting list for a year
I
Yeah.
bet.
to get.
There's
I know-
demand.
I know a place like that down in Shrewsbury, it's really nice.
What's the name of it?
Where is it?
I can't remember the name of it, in
Okay.
Shrewsbury.
Yep.
There's one in Charlton too.
The Masonic one, I was
That's
just gonna mention
Charlton.
Charlton,
That's
yeah.
Charlton.
The monthly fee
Willows
includes
in
some
Worcester.
meals, right?
Well, what there is, if you're in an independent unit, if you're in assisted living, then you pay more, but all your meals and services and your
Included.
medicines are watched and all. If you're in literal assisted living, you typically don't get anything where you can cause damage to yourself or the facility, like a cooktop, a stove with
Mhm.
burners and stuff that could get left on and things like
Mhm.
that. So.
But meals can be added into the.
Oh, yeah, so if you're in
Yeah.
independent living, you can buy a meal a day for $300 a month.
And it
That's
has a
how much.
nice outlay
Or
of
2
walking
meals a day if I just
places.
double it.
So it's a 3-fer, it
It's a
could be the
really,
solar, the senior,
and,
the trips.
I'll get the name of the parent company, cause they have one there, then there's, 2 or 3 more in the state, in, Eastern Mass, so.
Great.
Wow,
Yeah, put together stuff,
Yeah.
I'll bring it up at the next meeting as well, send it.
Yeah.
how come somebody
Before
else
the
didn't
meeting,
think
I'll
of
send it
that?
to Allison
Be
and
a
say.
good void for this
Yeah.
particular geographical area and all the other benefits that it would add. Okay.
And they can come use the trail up along.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, and get bussed over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else on the sand pit stuff? Okay.
Yeah,
Wait.
for the good of the order, Mark challenged my statement about the cost of commercial versus the tax revenue, and I went home and looked it up, and I misspoke about that. Residential, the tax revenue from residential development generally is less than the cost of providing community services. But in the studies that have been done, they combine commercial and industrial.
Yeah.
And the combined commercial and industrial land uses generally yield more tax revenue than the cost of community services.
So there was a net income for what kind of?
For commercial, industrial,
Oh.
or open space,
But not for residential.
not for resident.
I mean, there was a Harvard study. right?
I don't know about Harvard, the American Farmland Trust has a publication where they've listed probably 20 that have been done in Massachusetts, and they've got 5 or 10 from many other states.
Yeah.
And
And we
there was-
used that for the Fieldstone Farm sales pitch.
Yep. Another thing that, because we're in a regional school district, the funding for the town's share of the school district, the formula for determining the town's share depends partly on the total value of all the real estate in town. So, we get more, if, whatever we build, we do get more tax revenue, but,
We pay
it
more.
also increases
The
our share.
percentage of, yeah, the share.
So it's,
You can't win, is what.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
it
right.
boils down to. But that is an interesting idea. I might live there when I get old.
Next week?
All right, Rick, that's it.
I like that
Well, good, because
it's gonna
it's
provide
not-
jobs.
Yeah.
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 Well, just, you added one more thing that I could put in the bullets. It would, at zero demand on the school systems
Oh, yeah.
as well.
Zero population demand, but more tax burden maybe.
All right, I'm done with the sand pits. Just a comment on the Storybook Trail, that looks great. And just, I'll regress back for just 2 seconds on the new accessible trail. Just, I forgot to make that comment. Just the feedback on that accessible trail is just going through the roof relative to, we had that one super positive thing that was the person that lived right on Malone Road, and then all these other Facebook things that Mark dug up, and Steph has got, we've got a friend, Elizabeth, that has some ambulatory issues and actually some other minor health issues, and she's in a sort of an assisted living place in Westminster, but she comes to the farm just to groom the horses and be around them and stuff like that, but Steph took
Yeah,
her.
we took her out for a walk, she loved it.
Of course, that's
She could
great.
do the whole thing.
That's
Sit,
terrific.
see the view, yeah.
And we've had other people at the farm, we got a few other people that don't do too well walking, and they've been up there, and it's great stuff. Any update on the land/hay contract?
Yeah, I have an update. So I've been bugging Nate now for a month, since our last meeting, and I hit him up again the other night. He had told me originally he was gonna check with the town council to find out if there was a way
To redo the contract?
to not put it out for bid. 'Cause he asked me what the value of it was, and it's like, for a 5-year contract, it's over 10 grand. And I said, well, we'll just do shorter contracts and do more of them.
So what is that the threshold? If it's 10 or over, you gotta
Yeah.
do this, and if it's less, then you
Yeah,
have.
I'm not exactly sure what the exact procurement rules, but he asked me specifically, is it more than 10,000? I said, well, if it's, the income from it, is more than 10,000 if you do it for 5 years, but if you do it for 2 years or 3 years, it's not,
Yeah.
for the money we've been getting. And according to Lance, we're gonna be getting less money if he fertilizes, right? So,
He needs to know soon, because.
well, he knows all this, and
No,
he was.
I mean,
Oh, yes,
fall
Lance.
is here almost.
Yes, Lance needs to know, and I made that point to him. I said, if he's gonna fertilize, it has to be done this fall.
Soon,
Yeah.
before the frost.
Well, he said fall.
Yeah.
So, and so he promised me the other night when I talked to him that he would hit up the town council again, about the procurement rules. And the point I made was, Lance is gonna want something in writing, so he can be sure that if he spends the money to fertilize the
Yeah.
field, he's gonna get the benefit of it. And the fact that the town benefits from it, but he's not gonna do it on a handshake, or at least I wouldn't, he might, but I wouldn't want him to.
Yeah, Lance might, and then.
So
That's not the
that
end
was
of
the
the world
point I
works
made to
anymore.
Nate. He told me that he'd hit up the town council.
He's got
the
so
next
much on his
day.
plate. Is there a way that you can kind of,
Well, if he doesn't get back to me in the next couple of days.
you write it up and they just rubber
No,
stamp it?
It's not a rubber stamp, it's what's legally
Yeah.
allowed.
Well,
We need an answer,
Right, well,
basically.
because
Yes.
Nate is up to his eyeballs.
Yeah, well, that's his job.
I know.
He told me he would get it, so,
All right,
Well,
no argument.
anyway, that's the,
How about if we were to buy the fertilizer?
well, that's an option, but, Lance even mentioned it. He said, well, you guys could buy the fertilizer and I'll put it on. But then there's a contract for,
That.
then we have to have a contract to buy the fertilizer.
When does Lance's, and I should remember this, when does Lance's contract expire?
Last year.
2024.
Okay, so we're already in what's the do-nothing option?
That's one of my questions.
Okay.
That's one of my questions.
So
That's-
if we just let it
that's what
go
we-
a year,
Well, that's
I
what
mean,
that's what
people
we're
that
doing.
are in the hay business, what happens if you just don't get to a hay field every year? And you take a year off?
Well, then we don't
We
get
don't
the
have any
income.
business.
Well, but it's It's kind of de minimis though, it's not that much. I know we don't get a lot, I mean, it's a lot because we don't get much, except we're gonna put in a budget item this year.
Hmm.
Well, no, the point is that to continue to maintain those hay fields, and it's not
We'll
just.
lose them
We'll lose 'em,
eventually,
yeah.
yeah. But if you take 1 year off, how
Well,
much
we
is
already
it
have.
degrade?
2025 is a year off.
So he's not cutting it all.
He's cutting
Yeah,
it.
he's
Oh, he's cutting.
Well, when
Oh.
you say year off.
He's cutting and he's paid for it. That's one of the questions.
He's
I
cutting
think.
without a contract.
Off the
with-
contract.
Right,
and
so is there
and
any
he's
liability,
paying
you know,
us.
this is what we need counsel for. What's the
Exactly.
procurement implications? What's the liability for the town? You
Yep.
got somebody out there, you know, he's already lost a foot,
No,
right?
that wasn't from.
All right.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
All right, well, let's, we're not gonna get too far without input from Rick, so just follow up and see what we can find out
Yep.
from Nate.
Well, I had one more thing, talking about the fertilizer. I looked up the hay management plan for Mount Jeff, and it
Okay.
says that fertilizing and liming are allowed based on soil testing.
Oh.
So, and that's my experience with any kind of land management, is you should do soil testing first to establish
What it
how
needs.
much fertilizer should be put down.
Who pays for that then?
Well,
Is that
usually who-
expensive?
No, it's not terribly expensive.
The
It's
contractor does.
time consuming to go out there and collect the soil samples.
And from how many fields? 7?
All of them,
Well,
Are there 7 different fields?
yeah.
yeah. So that's a fair amount of work
Yeah.
to collect
Yeah.
representative samples from all the
45
fields.
acres. Yeah.
Send them down to UMass, or the hay management plan mentions is a place in Holden, I guess.
Oh, well, that's handy. I mean,
Oh,
who wants to take that on? We need a Hazar.
Well,
No.
usually the person that hates the field,
What?
it would be Lance.
Well, but I'm saying somebody that is the liaison for just this, you know, does that sort of research. And then connects the dots. I'm not looking at you, Mike.
I know you're not, because I'm thinking the open seat on the committee, that's gonna be the Hazar, yep. Solve the problem.
Okay, now we just need that person.
Well, let's get through because if we do need to have a contract with them, then that has to be put into the contract again, to make it clear who's responsible for it, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's interesting. I read it a long time ago, but I don't remember it.
or, I mean, just what you'll find out with Nate, maybe there is still an agreement that doesn't have to go to bid, but it's good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's what he's trying to
Oh,
find out, yeah.
okay. Anything happen with the DCR forest management plan?
I haven't heard anything since they.
That's surprising. Okay.
So you sent out, was it you or Bob that sent out?
Well, I submitted the letter under Bob's name,
Did they send anything to you?
so.
No. I
That
mean,
was due last
Tim-
Friday.
Tim submitted it.
Right,
but
the
it's like
15th?
I put your name.
Oh,
Right.
no, all right.
Was it
then.
last Friday or
If
the
that's the
week
case, I
before?
haven't heard anything.
And to submit
Last
it,
Friday
he had
was
Right.
the 15th.
to submit it, he had to
Right.
pay $500 in your name.
No, today's the 28th, so I think it, 2
Oh,
Fridays
that's right,
ago
it was
was
2
the
Fridays
15th.
ago, right. Right.
All right, that's enough on that one. New business. Off-highway, well, that's somebody new, we talked about it before. Off-highway RV stuff, activity. Did you send what you sent to me around to others? But Tim had a nice looking deterrence equipment.
Oh, the guide rail, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I did. There's a, there's a form of highway guardrail that's called Merritt Parkway guide rail, cause I guess that's the first place they used it, but it.
What's it called?
Merritt
Merritt
Parkway's in
Parkway
Connecticut.
Oh.
guide rail. What made
It's a
me think
very-
of it was they
That's
have
where Steph and I
something.
got stuck.
So you're
They-
familiar with those wood rails?
They have something similar on the road, the vehicle road that goes up Mount Wachusett.
Oh, okay, right.
On Mount Wachusett, they drive steel I-beam posts, galvanized posts, the way you would for any guide rail. But then they've got wooden sleeves that go over the steel post, so it looks like a wooden post. And then you take 3-inch thick planks, about 8 inches wide, instead of cable or ribbon rail, between the posts. So it's wood, it kind of blends in with the landscape, and we'd have to put, we might need 300 feet to completely surround the end of Mount Jefferson Road, from near the.
You mean Malone Road?
Malone Road, sorry, Malone Road. From near, starting on the right side, near the Agway gate that goes into the field that's still being hayed, and then continuing from there, kind of all around the keyhole, all around the parking area, where we have the rocks now.
But strollers could still get in,
Well, you'd leave
Gaps.
gaps 3 feet wide for.
but it would not accommodate the ATVs.
No, the.
And
the
we talked
small-
about a pilot, or at least seeing one of them somewhere. Would that be, remember?
Yeah, at Mount Wachusett.
No, but I mean, one, so we have one to see what it looks like, maybe.
Yeah, well, Mount Wachusett.
Merritt Parkway.
Yeah.
Well, I sent Bob some pictures, I can send the pictures around everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, and the wooden rails too, they weren't just wooden, right? They had a.
Oh, that's right, there was
Wasn't
steel
just
in there
wood.
too,
I mean,
so
just
you couldn't just
relative
take a
to-
chainsaw.
Yeah, ooh.
Relative to what some of these folks might do, if it was
Yeah.
just wood, they'd just get out a
They'd just
chainsaw and
get
go
rid of
through
it.
it and then be gone.
This sounds like a
There's a
solution.
steel, it looks like a wood beam, and it is a wood beam, but it's backed by
There's a
a
core
piece
of
of
steel
steel
and
behind it.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah, they probably are expensive.
So maybe you start with a few
But
strategically
it-
placed ones.
Well, at Malone Road it would be, but in other locations, I mean, it sounds expensive, but it's also something that's gonna be really effective and a little bit easier to install and trying to find boulders big enough to put in and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm thinking like at the end of Copper Mine or something like that. I mean, they already have a gate there, so you just need stuff on either side of the gate.
I feel like they're just.
And it's
gonna be
easily-
going wider than everything.
It's easily extendable, I mean, you could add another 10 feet. And then a part of this, relative to cost, you're right, maybe get a grant or go after the DCR folks, either State Forest or, they're a stakeholder in this. We have a limited budget, they have access probably to a lot more funds than we do.
Yeah.
And it's a solution that would work, so,
All right.
and that you could just do sections at a time, and we could try it out on a trial basis in some places and stuff.
But the horizontal
Rail.
boards, what's to prevent chainsaw from cutting those?
They've got steel behind them,
Oh, they do?
yeah.
Yeah,
And the posts vertically are metal with woodish,
Yeah.
like a sleeve over it.
Yep.
Right, okay.
yeah, were you able to get any cost info on that?
No,
All
not
right.
yet.
So maybe let's get some cost input, but then we can put together something, but that would work,
Yeah.
that
It
would
does
work.
sound like it's a good solution. And it's lower, it's not super.
Oh, yeah, it's only
But just enough so
maybe
that
2
they
feet
can't,
above the ground.
the
Yeah.
wheels can't.
Right,
Right.
no,
And then visually, it's not as like a fence exactly,
Right.
it's more like a lowish structure of sorts.
We could do that. OSRP extension, Mike's been sending around stuff, and that's my next, open space committee project anyway. The, ideas, I sent, an email around with just some ideas and I had just relative to continuing to improve our trail system. I mean, a lot of our trails could certainly be nicer. You know, Gates Hill, certain sections of it are really nice, and there are certain sections of it that could certainly be improved. And so just, I sent around my ideas, and anybody else have any other thoughts that want to be in that?
When did you send that?
Or maybe-
Recently.
Maybe I think I sent it.
No, I think
thought,
you
yeah,
said
there's
it.
something.
I probably did, I didn't see it, so.
Okay.
There was a lot of open space stuff in the last week or so.
Was it this past week?
Yeah, it was fairly recently.
All right, well,
I'll look for it then.
I'll start working on the draft, and then people can send in thoughts of what they think maybe want to go into that 3-year extension. And a lot of it can be just more of what's there. It's just we're gonna continue to do more of that work. And like I said, all of our trails, see, I think what I put in there, the original behind the chimney trail, I mean, that could be improved. Going up on the far side of Canesto up towards Ray Sawyer's Field, over the bridge.
So-
That's washed out, just,
Yeah.
not quite as bad as, behind the chimney, but that we could fix up. So it's, projects like that would be nice.
So, we've got several projects here that we've just done or about to do, that could be added to it.
Which one?
We have several projects here that we've been talking about all
On
meeting,
today's agenda.
Oh, yeah,
that I just put them in there,
yeah,
you know?
okay,
So, and a lot of them aren't complete yet, right?
yeah.
The Eagle project isn't complete yet technically.
The
Correct.
Gates Hill Foundation,
Gates Hill Foundation,
okay.
Beaver
Oh,
Pond.
Yeah.
So let's just provide some feedback if you have ideas on that, and just what Rick just said, and extrapolation of what's already in there should be an easy way to extend that. The trail maintenance for the new all access, or Rick wanted that to be a agenda item, just as far as what we're gonna do for ongoing maintenance of that trail.
And Mike, you mentioned that there's extra,
Gravel.
gravel,
Gravel.
yeah.
already, so, but just to be cognizant to start it next spring, you know?
I mean,
because-
typically what we do is we go through and cut brush and any falls and that kind of stuff. I'm guessing that there might be more to maintaining this trail than that.
Well, yes, because on a regular trail, it's just a
Keep it.
natural trail.
Right.
Right,
You can have a little bit here and there, and it's already not even in spots and stuff like that, so a little more unevenness is not gonna cause anybody a problem unless it's a major washout. But in this case, we need to maintain grade, unevenness, things like that. So
Yeah,
if you have depressions, just even a 4-inch depression is not okay. Even a 2-inch depression
Right.
is not okay.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, what, within an inch or something like that?
I don't remember.
Wouldn't we wanna consult with the guy that put the trail in, because he's got slopes in certain sections that are going this way and that way for,
and I'm sure that
Later.
maybe that's part of their business too, is maintaining trails. But again, that's gonna be money, and who's gonna do the labor, right?
No.
yeah, but just even asking him, like, if he has suggestions
Yeah.
for.
We really need to think budget then, don't we?
I mean, this is a long-term thing, I just thought we ought to be starting.
I was gonna send Mark a note on something, relative to, the warranty. I can add another point, another bullet on that. It says, what's recommended, what's the experience
Yeah.
that these guys have had? Cause they've done quite a few trails now.
Yeah,
What's their
yeah.
experience, as to what's needed for
Yeah, recommendations for maintenance.
maintenance? Yeah,
And typically winters would be the hardest, right? And then spring mud, wet.
And I think we need to get to the point that, we're not providing all of the
yeah,
work.
Mhm.
I mean, there's pieces of property in town here that are technically conserved lands that we don't even have to do anything with because we don't have the manpower to do it.
yeah.
But this one is one we wanna
Yeah.
really keep.
This
Pristine.
one is gonna get a lot of use.
Yes.
And by people that really need it. They don't have alternatives, or not many alternatives. And the alternatives are added travel or whatever to get to those alternatives.
And I think, just like with the organization that, the young lady that's at your barn, is at, the word's gonna spread.
Yeah.
I'm inviting, people from Disabled Vets, from, Arc of Opportunity, and what was the other, one other one, that are all organizations that deal with people with various disabilities, to the ribbon cutting. Whether they come or not, I don't know, but they'll at least know that there's this trail out there now.
Who's gonna cut the ribbon? Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer then, right?
Whether he wants to or not.
Yeah. He's gonna get those scissors handed to him.
He said,
All right.
Yeah, but somebody has to be master of ceremonies too, sort of thing.
I can do that, or Bob can do it, but, I mean, it's not gonna be a bunch of speeches, really.
Okay.
Mark's gonna introduce, I talked to him about it today, he's gonna introduce the DCR and Mass Trails people cause he knows them personally, I don't know them.
Are they gonna speak? Or he's just?
I doubt it,
Oh.
I just give him credit for
Mhm.
what they did for us, and, he can add in the North County Land Trust people and that kind of
But you
thing.
can kick it off.
Whatever.
You already got a lot of the stuff of who's coming and stuff, so.
But, and then Janet, Athens, wants to say a few words, and she's not gonna make a speech.
Okay.
But he did, when we were talking today, he said, I said, thank you, Mark, this is beautiful, you did a great job with this. And he said, yeah, he said it was kind of fun, well, mostly. And then he said, but now that it's, almost done, he said it's been very gratifying.
Yep.
So, he's very happy with it.
And rightly so. Okay.
What's next meeting? October?
September.
How about I'll take track? Oh, September? Great.
we're in August.
I'm skipping. Thank you.
25th, I
I'll
think
just
is
send
the
it to
last
Anything else?
Thursday.
I'm sorry, what?
I think the 25th is the last Thursday.
You got that
It's my
open?
birthday.
Oh, gee.
Susan's is the 26th.
Isn't that weird?
Jeez. We wanna do it the week before.
No, we wanna do it and have a birthday party at the same time.
Yeah, you wanna?
That's okay.
Yeah, I can bring a
Get
cake.
tacos or?
Yeah. We can do that.
25th is the next Thursday.
And the deadline for
Rick's
the
birthday.
extension on the DCR plan is the 30th.
September 30, correct?
So, do you wanna wait until after that next meeting to submit that?
No. So I'll work on the verbiage for that extension and I'll send that around to folks. And,
It's really just the last section, right?
yeah, yeah.
The calendar, the timeframes, and,
Yeah. So I'll just send that around to folks if they've got anything else they wanna add to it. It's not something that, I don't think requires a vote, cause it's not anything that's binding or financially implicating. So I'll send that around to folks, and then, if everybody's all set with it, then, we'll send that in. Is that all right?
Yeah. I mean, North Ridge Loop Trail is a new trail. We can put that on there. The one you guys did, what are we calling it? Moose Track Trail?
This is fun, this is good.
Melissa doesn't know that they're, already done.
She's watching the video.
I think Melissa's gonna,
Moose Track Trail, we did go with 3 words, right?
Yeah.
A little alliteration. All right.
Motion?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Second.
Aye, aye, aye.
Tie for second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.